That's where I'm going. I am live. Hi guys. Hi. I don't know if you understand it. Hi, hello. Welcome back. You know you like that. Welcome back. You don't understand So, from the title of the video, you can tell that there is an update, a life update. Oh my God. First of all, we're here because we're doing our normal regular checkup. I'm talking about the housemates and what I think about them from watching them during their time on the show. Okay, that's what we're doing here. But before we dive into that, let's quickly and briefly speak about the votes throughout the season. So there's something that Big Brother does every year. Once the season is over, they will post how the viewers voted every single week. We all know that the first 2 weeks there was no eviction the first week, and then there was another week where there was a fake nomination where Ruboy was head of house, and then he was the one that told the whole house that like he saved them, he nullified the nominations. So for 2 weeks there was no voting, right? Lady Jackson, I see you. Hi. Hi, Lady Jackson. Anyways, so as I was saying, yeah. So for 2 weeks there was no voting, there was no nomination, which is the first week, and then I think that was like the fifth week where Ruboy was head of house. So now the voting has come, and one thing that was for sure was that Emisi was always going to win. There was no time where Amy's vote at time shook. She was at the top every time. Amy was always at the top every single time. So that was the thing that was for sure. Then the second thing is that Coin has always been next to Emisi when Faith was there. Coin has always been next to Emisi, and then it started shaking between Coin, Emisi, Dede, Emisi, Coin, Dede, or Emisi, Dede, Coin, and that happened only twice. The rest time it was Coin, Emisi, Coin, Emisi, Coin. But let me just go and go. Let me read it from the website for you guys. Hi, baby. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Mockingbird. Hi, Esther. Oh, thank you so much, Lady Jackson. Faith fans was yes, Faith fans was a build up, but even in that build up, it was only once. This whole 10 week, the build up is only once that he made it somewhere to the top. Is that what you're telling me? This build up is only once. It can't be now. Throughout the season, build up. Now only once now he go reach top three, not even top two. He was third. Let me read it. So the first voting, right? This was how they voted. Round one, they are very long. They are very long. So I'm just going to tell you Faith's position, round one, and the people that were close. So round one, it was Imisi number one, Coin number two, Dede number three, Jason J number four, Kola number five. You guys, you can see how much Jason J was even that guy. Like Jason J was number four. The guy just legit fell off. Like when we're saying Jason J fell off, he actually did fall off. He was that guy week one, week two. So this voting now is from week two. So week two, Faith was somewhere around like number 11. Faith was number 11. So week two. We move. The next person again for round two, Emisi was number one. Coin was number two again. Dede was number three. Then at this point, Jason J don't they go down. He don't they go down. Then we had Faith as number five. Faith was number five here. Coin was number two. Faith wasn't number four. He was number five. Moving on, we move to round three. By round three of the votes, Emisi was number one, Coin number two, Caller number 3, Sultana number 4, and sorry, I said caller number 3. Day number 3. Caller no reach number 3 anytime. No, there was no number 3 for caller. So this round 3 we had Imisi first, Coin second, Dede third, caller fourth. I think this week Faith was he had immunity this week. This is week 3, so it wasn't up. Week round 4 of the voting lines, Imisi number 1, Dede number 2, and then Coin number 3. This was when Coin now started, man, they call it drag at this point. And we saw that they really drag until finale. Then where was Faith in this 4th week? Where was Faith? Round 4. I think Faith had immunity this week as well. So Faith's name is not here. Then round 5, Imisi number 1, Coin number 2. So at this point, Coin don't go back up. Then Faith was number 3. Faith was number 3. So Faith would have won. Okay, no problem. Faith was number 3 in round 5 of the voting. So this we're talking week 6 now. Faith was still number 3. So Imisi number 1, Coin number 2. Then week 6, right? Week 6, we have, okay, at this point now, Imisi was safe this week. So she was not up. So Dede was number 1, Coin was number 2. Yeah, Coin was number 2. I think Faith was safe this week as well. Faith, he had many saving days. He was safe this week. So yeah, Dede, Coin, then Isabella, Kola. See, Jason J don't go down at this point. Shit. How did Isabella go from being number 3 to being number 8? Anyways, we move. Then round 7 of the voting. Imisi number 1, Dede number 2, Faith number 3, Coin number 4. So it's only once on this entire show that what's his name? Faith actually passed Coin. So all these you people were so sure that Faith will win the show. He's the winner. He's the He no pass Dede anytime, which means that even if it was not Dede, it was not Coin, it could have Dede would have passed him. Because even here, Faith did not pass Dede. Faith didn't pass Dede. Then, of course, the finale week. Imisi, Dede, Coin, Sultana, Kola. So you guys, all the faithfuls, all ye faithfuls, you have seen it, that on Oga, if he didn't day, he didn't day. You cannot use only one voting that he used to go and reach. I'm not even saying he reached top 2. He was never top 2. There was no time he was top 2 on the board. So how would he have gotten to top 2, or how would he have won? How? Like, tell me how. How would he have gotten to top 2 suddenly? And how would he have won? All the people that have gotten to top 2 or top 3, they have been consistent like that, top 2, top 3, top 2, top 3, top 2, top 3. Then Faith now passed them, because we can tell that, yes, his fans grew over time, and he came from like number 11, grew until he came to number 5. Then the next time from number 5, he came to number 4. Then from number 4, he now came to number 3. So how would he have won? That's what I'm asking you people. Let me read some comments. When they told Kola wrong choice, when he told her he was playing his game with seductress, his small-minded melons dragged her. Look at the timeline. Coin fell off. Did he? Oh, okay. It was that time that Dede's fans now increased. Okay, that's what you're saying. Thanks, Philo. Reading a comment here. Thanks, Philo. All along, we knew that Imisi hands down, she won and case closed. Yeah. Why disqualify him? They should have allowed him. They would have known that he's not, well, it is not doctored. Okay. Imisi's fan base from they won was powerful. Even the way, as in the demarcation, the margin was long. There was no chance. Like nobody can ever come close. Nobody. The all the winners of Big Brother Nigeria over the past 10 seasons, there's always a margin between the winner and the first runner up. There's always a margin. The only close margin was Kelly Ray and Wani and Handy, which was the last season. Kelly Ray and Wani and Handy, it was just a little margin, I think 3% or 4% difference. And that was how Kelly Ray won. Then another person that came close was between Ilebaye and Messi AK from the All Star season. Ilebaye had 30 something percent, and Messi also had 30 and something percent. So, yes, that was how close it was. So, whatever it was, like Faith had no chance of winning the show. That's point blank period. Oh, if they didn't disqualify him, he would have won. They know that he's going to win, so they disqualified him. Hey, he would have no, he wouldn't have won. There's no way for him. There's no way. I'm not here to argue. Oh, he would have been the first runner up. He would have been the first runner up. That's not what we're here. You people said he was going to win, but no, there's no chance. And I definitely decided to speak about this because I remember speaking about this thing in one of my live, and a lot of people came and was like, "Oh, he would have won." I say, "I'm going to wait for when Big Brother will drop how the people voted to see how close he was." So, you guys, let's put that aside and now focus on why we are here. I'm talking about Joanna, Thelma Lawson, Kuture, and Bright Morgan today. What I think about them and their time on the show. Yes, we're going to start with, who am I starting with? Kuture. Let's start with Kuture. I think that Kuture is a politician. I think that Kuture, he's a people pleaser. He doesn't have, he doesn't, how do I put it? I'm not going to say, I don't want to say he doesn't have standard or something because I'm going to be harsh in saying that. But what one thing, one phrase that I'm going to use to describe Kuture is that if you don't stand for anything, you are going to fall for everything. Abi, is that the code and the quotes? Is that the quotes? Because how is it that you just you're just everywhere? The house, every one of those housemates, they said it. From being Ruboy's bestie, oh, this guy, oh, Naim, without this guy, for no day here, this guy helped me outside the house, this guy and my brother, this guy, me and this boy. You talked about Ruboy, oh. 2 seconds later, you are now the best friend to Jason J. And not just that, he was now the best friend to Jason J. When they now said give bracelets during the Aquafina task, he did not give he did not give Rubo a bracelet as well. He gave, who did he even give? Faith, Abi? Who did he give bracelets? And I'm just like, Culture, like, what are you saying? What are you saying? Who are you? So I feel like because he's trying to play it safe, he wants to be friends with everybody. He didn't necessarily stand for anything. There was nothing that he stood for. Even when he will come to the house and then he will say something about somebody that somebody did bad, the next minute he wants to try and go to the person to go and try to make the person feel like, oh, it's not like I'm saying you did bad, oh, but I just had to say it because at that time, like, why are you doing that? Like, guy, stand for something. Stand for one thing. Let's know that this is what you are standing for. You know. Anyways, away from Culture, let's talk about Joanna. Joanna, one thing that we cannot take away from Joanna is the fact that she's brilliant. Joanna is very brilliant, and I liked her mind. There was how, everything that you give to Joanna, she has this very, very intriguing aspect to approach it. If you bring before Joanna a conversation, a situation, or something, she will critically think about it and give an interesting view of it, or she will give a different perspective to a lot of the things that were put forward to her. For example, in her friendships with Victory and with Faith, I could see how she will tactfully tell them how wrong they were, and they will not feel offended by that. And it takes a lot of maturity, and it takes a lot of, you know, what am I going to call it? It takes a lot of brilliance to be able to do that. So I'm going to say for sure that Joanna is a brilliant girl. However, there was something that I didn't particularly understand, or I didn't like about Joanna that she did. It looked like she felt like she was better than a couple of people in the house. And I'm not going to say that she did anything condescending to anybody or anything, but there was just this air of, oh, I'm better than you, that she exuded. And I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that at all. And I don't know where that was coming from, or if she felt like, oh, she was smarter than them, or she looked better than them, or she had more to offer. I don't know what it was, but she had that, and I didn't quite follow when she started, giving that vibe. But yes, brilliant girl, life of the party. Always, like, once the music plays, she always wants to dance. Let me take a break before I talk about Bryce Morgan and Thelma and read some comments. Somebody is saying here, she's accusing me, Debbie, you have started. Debbie is accusing me that I don't like, I don't like faith. You guys, I've told you before, if you go to my page, especially when Faith was having issues with Emisi, you will think that I hated Emisi. I supported Faith with my full chest. I didn't like the fact that Emisi was harassing Faith. I spoke a lot about it. I didn't like the fact that Emisi wanted to force Faith to sort of get into a romantic whatever with her. I also didn't like the fact that Emisi was being unreasonable when it comes to she and Faith's dealing, right? And even before we saw the clip where Emisi and Faith were dragging that fry pan until her noodles poured, before I saw that clip, I had come to support Faith. How Emisi will not just wake up. I said it then in my video that why will Emisi come see somebody's pot that they want to use, and then you go and use it? Now, there was only water in the pot. I've told you that is my pot. Everybody there bear witness that I just washed it. Okay, why didn't you move on, get another pot or something? You still went ahead to use it. I didn't support Emisi. I supported Faith. I was fighting for Faith. It was when I now saw the video, I was like, okay, yes, so I agree that Emisi was wrong, but Faith shouldn't have done that. you know, maybe he would take her noodles and pour it in a bowl or something like that. But dragging the thing like that with her was, and the way he poured on her and everything was somehow. So it's quite surprising that people will come out here to tell me that I don't like faith. What I do not like is when somebody does not accept the fact that they are wrong. One, if mistakes happen, people do wrong things. But if you accept that you are wrong, apologize and move forward. Yes. Or if you, even though you don't apologize, but you accept later that, okay, I overdid it that time. I could have done better in this way. Yes. And that was what I didn't like about faith. When faith sees or does something and it is wrong, and every other person is telling him that what he had done is wrong, faith still doesn't get it. And it just played out in this final week. And I like the fact that what I've been saying since was further buttressed. For when Big Brother was, questioning him and questioning, I have the video here, people should go and watch it, questioning him, telling him how he might have been wrong, Faith still didn't agree. So when Dede was speaking about it to him and telling him how he was also wrong in what he did with Mensam, telling him how he didn't have the right to tell Mensam how to behave, Faith still didn't think he was wrong. Many times, the whole house told him about the whole kerosene tussle with Imisi. Faith still didn't think he was wrong. Different things. And that was my issue with Faith. Before now, what was my own? I liked him. I supported him. If anybody does wrong, even the Imisi now that I'm saying, oh, Imisi this, Imisi that, if she does wrong, I'm going to drag her. If anybody, Iyalaya anybody, Shebi na so they speak am for Yoruba. Oh, sorry, it was not you, it was Adenike. Oh, thank you, my love. I'm so sorry, Debbie. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that. I'm so sorry, Debbie. So it was Adenike. Yes, I know that Adenike is Faith's fan. And I've been seeing her comments. So your own was quite surprising, right? But if it was coming from Adenike, I know that one, she's a faithful now. Adenike is a faithful. She has been the one fighting me. Esther, you too, you are saying I don't like faith. Go to my previous videos then. Oh, Adenike is here. She's laughing. Faithfuls, I see you. But I'm not joking. Oh. If you have time, go to my previous videos. All the fights that Faith had with Emisi, go and check who I was supporting. Just go and check. At least all those ones, there are dates there. Everything was going on. Go and check who I was supporting. Then when you finish, you come back and tell me if I truly did not like Faith before. You tell me, to be honest with you guys. Anyways, I digress. Now let's move on to talk about Bright Morgan. The very first thing that I want to talk about Bright Morgan is the fact that Bright Morgan, I don't feel like he lived his real life on screen. It feels like he didn't give himself. And I'm saying so because he got involved with the, I don't want to say the wrong set of people, but people that are not his people. And that just, it just changed the dynamics of his game entirely. Oh, that changed the dynamic of Bright Morgan's game entirely. I'm going to explain what I mean, right? So Bright Morgan is not the type of guy that will just come into a place and then he's with a girl. The girl doesn't like for them to be kissing all the time, and he's okay with it. He's just there by himself with his girl. I don't think he's that guy. Why am I saying so? Because I'm not necessarily saying that, oh, if you had, maybe if he was not with Mide, he would be following many girls or whatever. No. But he will be that type of guy that is like Jason J. Maybe not as bad, but the guy that is free with everybody. He can dance with anybody he wants to dance with, he laughs with everybody, jokes with everybody, wants to be in everybody's space. But because he found himself with Mide, he had to, tone it down a bit. He had to manage himself a bit. And then the male friends that he now had was not even helping the situation. He now went to become friends with Kola. Kola, we know, since for this whole show, we know hear Kola shout once. We know hear Kola no verse, go shout for anybody, quarrel anybody. We know hear Kola verse once. Now that person like Bryce Morgan go use do friend. So that also stifled the Bright Morgan, the real Bright Morgan. That's what I feel. I feel like if Bright Morgan was friends with, maybe his close friend was Jason J, and the girl that he's with in the house is probably maybe Joanna. Joanna is his girlfriend or whatever. Him and Joanna, they became an item in the house. And then his male friend that is his close guy is Jason J. We would have seen another Bright Morgan. We would have seen another Bryce Morgan. I'm so sure of it. I can bet my money on it. Because Bryce Morgan is a party guy. You know, he loved to dance. He loved to party. He loved to play those games. He's the guy that he doesn't like, he speaks out, he sees things and he addresses things. He's that guy. But because he was with Mide, who is like, oh, Bright, I feel like, oh, we should do this. Oh, I feel like we should do that. I feel like we should do this. I feel like that's why Bright is like that, because you can see how many times he's the one that got double strikes in the house. When he got angry at Kaikumi, he got angry at Faith. He was upset many times for different reasons. The other time, I remember how when he had double strike, he was upset about something in the kitchen, and Mide was running to the kitchen to go and hold him. That Bright, hold, no, don't do that. Don't flip, please. I don't want any trouble. But that is who Bright is. The guy that will speak pidgin, the guy that will, that is out there. But we didn't see that part of Bright a lot. We didn't see him speaking pidgin, relating. It was towards the end that he now started relating with Thelma Lawson, having little pockets of conversations here. And we all know that it was because he was with Mide and he was trying to respect boundaries. He didn't want to, go and be talking to a lot of people so that it will not look somehow. But I feel like if he was with Joanna and he was talking to people, Joanna wouldn't mind. She would just say, okay, it's fine. That's what I feel, Sha. Then, to crown it all up and wrap it all up, let's talk about Thelma Lawson. Thelma Lawson is my distant relative, in case you do not know. She's my distant relative. We're answering the same surname. If you know me very well, my name is Philomina Moses Lawson, and Thelma Lawson is the Lawson that I'm from. Lawson is a very big family name from River State, Port Harcourt. And if you are bearing Lawson, it means that you are that particular Lawson. There's only one Lawson family in Port Harcourt. It's just that the Lawson family is big, So yeah, so it's either the father now gave birth to the father, that now gave birth to the grandfather, the cousin, the nephew, the all of them, all the distant cousins, the lineage, all of them, they don't want to leave the Lawson name. All of them just they answer the Lawson, they go. Anyway, so what I think about Thelma Lawson, Thelma Lawson, first of all, is that she's proud. Thelma Lawson pride, he wear shoulder pad. You mean for them to put two high shoulders for her, Thelma Lawson. So she's proud. And in as much as I want to believe that I know where it's coming from, I think, I don't know why I'm getting dark. I think that yeah, everybody is supposed to have a level of pride to them where you're proud of like everybody should have some level of pride. I agree that. But Thelma Lawson's own is that nobody rich, nobody comes close. Like, don't talk to me like that. Like you are like my toenails. You're my toenails. Who are you? Oh, that's how Thelma Lawson's pride rubs off to me. And another thing that I can say for sure that you cannot take away from Thelma Lawson is the fact that she's smart, she's brilliant, she has a competitive spirit. Thank you so much, Esther. Thank you so much. She has a competitive spirit. We saw her now when it comes to wager task presentation, the meat-based diet and plant-based diet. Thelma Lawson wanted to win. She gave herself to that task. When it comes to presentations, you will see Thelma Lawson in her element. She loves to talk. No, no, no. To be honest, when you have that level of um when you're well grounded, there's a level of pride that comes with it. And I feel like maybe that's what Thelma Lawson has. The She's bold. Thank you so much. Bold and brave. See, I'm smiling and I'm talking about Thelma Lawson. To think that when she was on the show, it was rubbing off as though she 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 was trying to select the type of people that she wanted to relate with. And in as much as it's not a bad thing, because everybody definitely selects who they want to be with, it's not a bad thing. But I saw how she tilted towards people who looked like they could also give her value. The same way that she believes that she's a valuable person. If she's in your life, she believes that she's going to add value, she's going to give value. That was how she wasn't necessarily trying to mingle around or be around people who she didn't believe can give her value. So you see her trying to relate with the likes of Kola, just like she said it. She said it, I think, before she left the show, or sometimes in her interviews, how she was quite close with Kola. She liked Kola, but then she saw how Kola was a kisser, how he was almost everywhere, talking, talking, talking. She was like, no, that's not what I want. But then just from Kola's outlook, she was tilting towards being friends with Kola, Sabrina, and we know how Sabrina looks. We know how she is. Sabrina is that type of person too that can give you value. So she always tilted towards people like that. And I don't think it's a bad thing, but that was what she did. So yes, tell me if I'm wrong or tell me if I'm right. Share your thoughts with me about all these housemates, if my analysis on them is correct, or if you share the same analysis. English. If you share the same thoughts as me. Let me read some comments. Meanwhile, who has seen Faith's post on YouTube channel about 45 minutes ago? He did. Where did he post it? On his own personal YouTube channel. Where did he post it, Shirley? Please let me know. It may seem as though in biggest voice. You can always have it. That's why you need to give faith grace. Same way you give Sultana grace. See, let me talk to you, so Esther. I definitely am giving faith grace. My only challenge about the graces that I've given faith is that not for once has he agreed or accepted that he was wrong. And that's the problem that I have. Sultana, on the other hand, she has come out many times to talk about how sorry she is about some of the things that she did. She didn't even realize that that was what she was doing. Same thing for Zita. She came out and she apologized. You know what? Faith, no, Faith is always right. And it gets even more annoying when his fans will say things like, Faith is always right. No, he didn't do anything wrong. No, he didn't. You guys, you know that one person cannot always be right. It's not possible. Even Big Brother, there are times where all of us are watching something. Well, the same Faith, he had corrected Big Brother before that. Oh, Big Brother, oh, you are giving this person this point, but no, the person was wrong in this side and this side. And Big Brother will go and verify, and then he will come back and say, "Oh, Faith, you were right." Big Brother self, they accept him wrong. Then who are you to think that you are never wrong, you're always right? That's my only concern. If Faith comes now to say, oh, he's sorry, he did this, he did that, now me say I go still come talk and say, oh, Faith has apologized to. And who are we to be holding good? Chichi, hi. You just watched my Paul's interview. Nice. Is he out? I've not seen it. Oh my God. Yay. I'll go and watch it. I'll go and watch it. Are you serious? I didn't know it was out. I thought it was going to be out like yesterday. And then I kept checking their page, kept checking their page. I didn't see it. So I'll check today. Oh, I don't know if I enjoyed how that conversation went because it looks like it was a battle, like me and the fellow guests were just going. But I'll go and watch it. Let me see how it went. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you dropped the purple heart and you said you were from Phil's channel or you're a Phil Army. Hope you did that. Thank you so much. So like fast like faith. They always say faith is always right, faith is always right, faith is never wrong. It's quite annoying, I won't lie. You guys, please, now my body don't dey sweet me. Chichi, thank you. I want to go and watch Pause. I want to go and watch. You guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about who left after this set of people. I think it was Rude Boy, Zita, and one more person. Ruboy, Zita, and who was that? Mide. Yeah, I'll talk about the three of them. Or I'll add one more person to that list and then we'll talk about them. And yeah, we'll see you again tomorrow. Brenda, proud of you, Philo, but I continue to love my faith. Very good. Very good. Absolutely. See, I'm not telling you anything I say about faith is not for you guys to decamp and not go and like somebody else. No. By all means, if I tell you people, I'm not even joking. My husband supports faith. In fact, if I bring my husband's phone, screenshots of him voting for faith is on his phone. Faith is my husband's faith. The same way that me and Ona they drag. Now, so me and my husband they drag for house. The same way, I'm not even joking. The same way me and my husband would they drag for house. But what's the difference between my husband and you faithfuls is that when faith is wrong, my husband will say, okay, for this one, he was wrong. No, here he did too much. He could have just accepted. Even with all that, my husband still voted for faith too, this finale week. My husband had already voted for faith. So yeah, by all means, like who you want to like, good, nice, grace. If you have a child and the child does wrong, will you not throw the child away? No matter what, you be, hoping and praying that the child does better, teach the child, chastise the child, punish the child, but then the child is your child. That's what I'm saying. So thank God my husband like him. Anyways, you guys, you should also come forward with your thoughts on this housemate. So I'm talking about Culture. I'm not Culture. What's his name now? Rude Boy, um the people that left, oh, Ruboy, Zita, and I just mentioned the person's name. Why do I keep forgetting? Who left again? Mide. Yeah, we'll talk about them tomorrow. So you come with your own thoughts, okay? Thank you so much. I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye bye.